Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Consensus reached on smooth functioning of India's parliament from Tuesday after floor leaders meet the Lok Sabha Speaker. Rescue operations intensify in India as heavy rain due to cyclone Fengal causes inundation in Krishnagiri district of Tamil Nadu. And US President Joe Biden pardons his son Hunter, who faced sentencing this month for tax and gun convictions. Right, first up, a big news coming up from India's parliament. After more than a week of tussle, a consensus has been reached finally. Speaking to media, India's Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju said a broad consensus has been reached for the smooth functioning of both houses from Tuesday. The decision was reached after a meeting among the leaders of all the major political parties with the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Om Birla. There would be a special discussion on the Constitution of India in the lower house on the 13th and 14th of this month, and the same shall be discussed on the 16th and 17th in the upper house of the Parliament.
हम सब मिलकर के पार्लियामेंट को अच्छा से चलाएं। देश सुनना चाहता है, देखना चाहता है कि हमारा सांसद कैसे काम करते हैं। इसलिए कल से सुचारू रूप से पार्लियामेंट चलेगा, ऐसा एग्री हुआ है और ऐसा ही चलेगा, मुझे पूरा उम्मीद है। और सबसे अपील है कि हम जो रिमेनिंग हमारा शीतकालीन सत्र का जो समय हमारे पास है, हम अच्छी तरह से उपयोग करें। कांग्रेस पार्टी, टीएमसी सब मुद्दे रखने चाहते हैं, वो अपना जो नोटिस देंगे और स्पीकर साहब उसमें विचार करेंगे या चेयरमैन राज्यसभा में विचार करेंगे। कल से चर्चा शुरू होगी, ये अच्छी बात है।
Earlier in the day, both the Rajya Sabha or the upper house and the Lok Sabha, the lower house of India's parliament, adjourned till Tuesday after ruckus by the opposition. In the upper house, Chairperson Jagdeep Dhankar rejected 20 notices on various issues submitted under Rule 267. Dhankar, equating the repeated disruptions in Parliament to Murphy's Law, urged lawmakers to allow proceedings and not making it dysfunctional.
Honorable members, you all are undoubtedly cognizant of Murphy's laws, and they indicate anything that can go wrong will go wrong. It appears that there exists a deliberate algorithm to actualize Murphy's laws in this August House, consequently impeding the proper functioning of Parliament. I implore this House to permit me to proceed with the business listed on today's agenda.
Meanwhile, the lower house proceedings witnessed disruptions because of repeated protests by the opposition members. Speaker Om Birla asked the opposition members to allow the question hour and said that they could take up the issues later. Amid the din, one question was taken up. India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal addressed the inaugural session of the CII Partnership Summit 2024. Commerce and Tourism Ministers of South Africa, Qatar, Bahrain, Bhutan, Nepal, Algeria, Cambodia, Myanmar, Senegal, Israel and Italy participated in the event. Minister Piyush Goyal, along with KPMG and HSBC India, also launched the report titled Driving Make in India, a compendium of central and state government incentives. Addressing the event, the minister added that India stands proud as a country that offers speed and scale while maintaining culture and tradition.
We offer a hand of trusted friendship, trusted partnership. Today, India stands proud as a country which offers speed, which offers scale, is resilient, is determined to come out of the past, yet maintain its culture, its traditions.
P.K. Singh, the Secretary of India's Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, while speaking at the CII Partnership Summit, said that India could meet the target of producing 7.5 million tons of green hydrogen by 2030 and that the prices will come down within 2 years.
When we designed our green hydrogen mission, we said that we'll produce 5 million tons by 2030. With indications coming from industry, we can easily go up to 7.5 million tons by 2030. But then we had purposely kept 3.5 million tons for exports. Why? Because we realized that there was need for financing, there was need for technology, there was need for tie-up with other countries. And we do find a lot of export markets in Europe as well as in the Far East. And with the right technology in place, I'm sure that we can reach that stage.
At the India International Science Festival in Guwahati, DD India's Amit Mukherjee caught up with Indian Space Agency ISRO's chairperson S. Somanath, who spoke about India's innovation initiatives and scope of India's expertise in various sectors at the international level, including space.
At the India International Science Festival, I have with me Dr. S.P. Somnath, who is the chairman of ISRO and also the captain of India's Space Odysseys. So thank you so much for talking to DD India. So first of all, I would like to ask you, India has been, looking at innovations and, sustainable development. So how these kind of platforms are going to propel India in its journey on this, with its objective in this sector, sir?
See, today IASF is conducting this International Science Festival with a focus on the connect between technology, industrialization and converting it into a global manufacturing hub.
Right, sir.
So use the power of technology and then create wealth out of it.
Right.
So this is how the message is very clear. So we have many laboratories and scientific institutions in this country doing fantastic research. Many of them related to the knowledge that we have, indigenous knowledge that we have, the knowledge of the people we have, and also the cutting edge research in many domains.
Right.
So the problems that we are facing in this country are to be converted into an opportunity. So it's a huge country where a huge amount of problems are still there, and there is a technology available in many corners and pockets. How to bring it, connect to the people and then create a value out of it and create a industrial base, businesses out of it finally.
Right.
So that will add to the economic growth. So this is a primary focus of it. So research shall not be done in some closed down rooms or anything. We need to connect to the use and public.
Right.
So this is one part of it. Second goal of IASF is to bring in students and young people primarily to know about the work that is being happening here, and then make them aware of it and look at the great potential of it, of this, and then inspire them to take up similar tasks in the future.
Right.
So the work which we do, if you really look at our scientific and technological activity in terms of scale, is not that huge compared to a developed nation.
Right.
We need to scale up it substantially. But the scaling up will happen only if you have a revenue model. I think you should also understand that fundamentally government cannot invest huge amount of money in any research and development unless you see the benefit of it coming clear in terms of economic benefit. Industries and entrepreneurs will not come out of it, will not create out of it.
So do you mean to say that like in other segments we should also have public-private partnership to
absolutely
foster,
public partnership is only one model of it. This through a partnership model. There are many other models because one of the idea is many of the CSIR labs are giving their technology development directly to industry to take on and then produce. But then there could be a joint development. See, ANR for example is an example of how we can do that. Create an ecosystem by which research can be funded by industries and private initiatives, and with the knowledge of the government share. So some of these initiatives are really being focused here, and some examples are brought out. and inspirational journey of what we have done in the last few years have been really showcased. So
Yes.
that's what the purpose of IASF is.
Right. So we have also been talking about a lot of collaboration with foreign partners. So how do you think, what kind of collaboration can India look at? And also India has also been contributing a lot towards global research and all. So how do you see this entire episode panning out in terms of global partnerships?
Partnerships are important, but we should also realize that we focus on more on indigenization and Atmanirbharta. I think this is very important topic.
Right.
Partnerships are important where there is currently there is no growth potential existing. For example, electronics, that area, we need to create partnerships. For example, we recently talked about making aero engines through partnership models.
Right.
We looked at aircraft manufacturing through partnership model, especially with HAL. And possibly in many other domains, partnerships will really come. And this will come only when there is a equal benefit to both the parties.
Right.
Otherwise, no partnership will come really in terms of technology, because nobody will like to give away technologies and form a partnership. So we look at domains where there is a strength in partnering.
Win-win.
Yeah, win-win, of course. And there is another domain where we need to create our own capability. For example, indigenization of critical minerals and area is a huge area. Energy transition into green energy. Whatever technology developed outside will not come into us just like that.
Right.
You need to develop that capability here. I think many of them are showcasing today in terms of green hydrogen initiatives with low power. You look at EV revolution. You look at sustainable technologies, and many of them has to be done in-house within the country. Medicines, vaccine research.
Right.
You will not get it just like that.
Absolutely.
So biotechnology related domains. So there is huge amount of work being happening, but we need to scale up that. Yes.
Sir, another question of your domain I would like to ask you. Chandrayaan, Gaganyaan, Aditya L1. So what is it that we are expecting from ISRO next? What is it that...
Of course, lot of yans you heard. I think they are very important from the narrative perspective. Because exploration is very exciting for everyone.
Right.
Going to moon, Mars, Venus, Sun, etc. is exciting. But equally important, we know that it is to do scaling up the space activity.
Right.
We are focused on that part today.
Right.
So really increase the public-private partnership, scale up the economic development of the space activity into wealth generation.
Right.
This is one goal of it. Second goal is to create big space companies in India. This is the second goal we have. Third is whatever we have done till now in space has to be commercialized.
Right.
The technologies, capabilities into the new space actors who are coming.
Right.
For example, startups. We have 250 odd startups.
Right.
We want to ensure that many of them succeed in their attempt, like building rockets, satellites, applications, etc. So how to enable that their success stories, how we become part of their success story. Equally important is do some front-end work in space, like the building space stations, do microgravity research, help the new research activity in space, going man to moon and other planets, contribute to the global science knowledge in space. All these are also another set of key priorities.
Right.
Yeah.
So also India has reached a fantastic milestone in the space sector. So you just talked about private and other partnerships. So India is also looking at other partnerships with the global partners right now in the space segment. What I mean, if you can just throw a light on that, sir.
Yeah, global space partnership is again on a win-win or equal level model. It will not happen in any other model. So we look at creating our own niche and our own strength.
Right.
And after having created that, we can talk on equal terms with others. That is a point where that talk will happen. Until then, it will not happen. It will be only requesting someone to help us.
Right, sir.
I think we have gone through that phase. Now we are in a level we can talk in equal terms and build common programs which will help both of us. For like what you are doing with the USA on NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Satellite, the one which you are working with the CNES on Trishna satellite. And we are talking about building space station and looking at how to collaborate with other nations. So many of that equal terms dialogues are important for us once you have a certain level of strength. So our work today is to raise our bar higher.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for talking to Doordarshan India. Okay, that was Dr. Somnath of ISRO talking to DD India with camera person Kumar Datta, Amit Mukherjee in Assam, Guwahati for DD India.
An Indian Minister, Shripad Naik, highlighted the achievements of the Ministry of Ayush in a press conference held in New Delhi on Monday. He said that since its inception in 2014, under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his ministry has driven significant advancements in public health, education, research and economic development.
मैं माननीय नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी को तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूं। उनके दूरदृष्टि से योग जैसे भारत की एक सॉफ्ट पावर थी, वो पूरे दुनिया में उन्हें कहीं 10 सालों के अंदर पूरे दुनिया में उसको पहुंचा दिया। उसके साथ साथ आयुष भी, आयुष का आयुर्वेदा भी, बाकी जो पैते यूनानी हो, सिद्धा हो, इस तरह के देश में भी इसका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हमने तैयार किया है। और आज कई बाहर के यूनिवर्सिटी में हमारी चल रही, अपने यूनिवर्सिटी में हमको चेयर दे रहे हैं, उनको हम दे रहे हैं। कम से कम 15-20 जो कंट्रीज है उनके साथ हमारे MOU हो गए हैं कि अपनी जो पद्धति है उनके देश में चलाने के लिए उन्होंने माना है। तो आयुष और इसका विकास आज देश में भी हुआ है, आज प्रदेश में भी लोगों की मांग है। ये भारत के लिए एक अच्छी बात है।
Days after penning a note of appreciation for the film, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday attended a special screening of the Sabarmati report. The screening is taking place in the Balayogi Auditorium within the Parliament House complex. The Speaker of the lower house of Parliament, Om Birla, is also attending the screening. The Sabarmati report, which hit the screens on 15th November, is based on the 2002 Godhra incident. The film has been declared tax-free in Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Humanitarian assistance and disaster relief teams comprising Indian Army troops from the Chennai Garrison Battalion rescued hundreds of civilians stranded in flood-hit areas of Puducherry. Following Cyclone Fengal, the Indian Met Department has also issued an orange alert for heavy rainfall in Karnataka and its nearby districts till Tuesday. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin visited State Emergency Operation Theatre in Chennai to review the impact of Cyclone Fengal. He said that over 7,000 people across the state have been evacuated till now. Meanwhile, the depression, a remnant of cyclone storm Fengal over northern coastal Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, moved nearly westwards and weakened into a well-marked low-pressure area. The remnant low-pressure area is likely to emerge over southeast and adjoining east-central Arabian Sea of North Kerala-Karnataka coasts around 3rd December. US President Joe Biden has issued an official pardon for his son Hunter, who is facing sentencing for 2 criminal cases related to tax evasion and the purchase of a firearm.
US President Joe Biden on Sunday issued an official pardon for his son Hunter despite assurances that he would not intervene in the legal troubles. Hunter was facing sentencing for 2 criminal cases, including a federal conviction for illegally buying a gun. The younger Biden has also pleaded guilty in a separate tax evasion trial, but had not faced sentencing. Biden had repeatedly said he wouldn't pardon his son. Biden's statement on pardon said Hunter was singled out only because he is the son of the US president. Expressing his dismay, President Biden said that he kept his word of not interfering in the judicial proceedings of his son, despite the fact that he was being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. The pardon has come after the White House press secretary said as recently as September that Biden wouldn't issue a pardon for Hunter. It is a full and unconditional pardon, and the decision cannot be rescinded by the President-elect Donald Trump. But that didn't prevent Trump from firing stinking salvos at Biden and the Democrats. In a social media post, Trump said, and I quote, "Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the J6 hostages who now have been imprisoned for years? Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice. It is not the first time that a president has used his executive power to commute the sentence of a family member. On his last day in office, former President Bill Clinton pardoned his half-brother Roger Clinton for an old cocaine charges, while Donald Trump pardoned his son-in-law father for tax evasion and other crimes." Ayushi Bhatnagar reports for DD India.
Indian expatriates in the Maldives are facing difficulty in sending remittances because of a persistent shortage of the dollar. The Maldives Monetary Authority imposed restrictions on the availability of the dollar, limiting its access for those earning salary in the Maldivian rupiah. Indian professionals, including doctors and teachers, are among the most affected people whose families back home rely on the remittance. The Indian High Commission has urged Maldives to ease the restrictions and facilitate smooth financial transactions. Right now, take a look at what else is making news around the world. Around 56 people were killed following clashes between fans during a soccer match in Guinea. Angry demonstrators vandalized and set fire to a police station. The match was part of a tournament organized in honor of Guinea's junta leader Mamadi Doumbouya, who seized power in a 2021 coup and has declared himself as the country's president. Ahead of Christmas festivities, people gathered in Chile's capital Santiago to witness a balloon parade featuring characters from Disney, Pixar, Marvel and Star Wars. This year marks the 13th edition of the festivity, which paid tribute to the four elements of nature, which are fire, water, earth and air. To sports news now, India's chess grandmaster Arjun Erigesi has crossed the 2,800 mark in the latest FIDE ratings. The 21-year-old has become the 16th player in history to achieve this milestone and the second Indian after five-time world champion Viswanathan Anand to do so. Arjun achieved the milestone after defeating Russia's Dmitry Andreikin in the fifth round of the European Chess Club Cup. In the December FIDE ratings list, he stands at 2,801 and is ranked number 4 in the world. A cap worn by the legendary Australian great Sir Don Bradman will be auctioned in Sydney on Tuesday. The cap is expected to fetch as much as $260,000. Bradman donned the woolen cap during India's 1947-48 tour of Australia, which marked the touring side's first test on foreign soil after gaining independence. Bradman scored 715 runs in 6 innings against the tourists at an average of 178.75 with 3 centuries and a double hundred. The 10th Asia Pacific Deaf Games 2024 have commenced in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. On the very first day, India bagged a silver and a bronze medal in the chess tournament. In the Blitz tournament, women's category, Ambika Masagi secured the silver medal by winning 8 out of 11 rounds, while Yashasvi Kuduman emerged victorious in 7.5 rounds. Both players defeated competitors from Kazakhstan.
I visited Turkey for the first time in March 2024 during the Deaf Olympic. Although I secured 6th place and couldn't win a medal, it was an invaluable experience. Now, for the first time, chess has been included in the Asia Pacific tournament for us. While I didn't win a medal in the initial rounds, my performance improved significantly from the 7th round onwards, and I ultimately clinched the silver medal.
India's public broadcaster Prasar Bharati has launched Waves, an OTT platform. Waves provides complete infotainment ecosystem to digital media and OTT audiences. If you want great content for free, then download Waves now. That's all for this edition of DD India Live. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran from all of us here in New Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.